All right. Well, the Chiefs brought back a familiar face, somebody that makes complete sense, in my opinion, raises the floor of the wide receiver room. We're going to talk about the 1-year deal that the Chiefs signed Mecole Hardman to and more. But first, let's run the freaking intro. How about the Chiefs? All right. What's up, everybody? Just in, the Chiefs did sign Mecole Hardman to a 1-year deal. And basically what was going on with me is I was getting my Google Fiber updated and installed. So I really hope that everything is working right now. We're live. Everything looks like it's connected. I upgraded my internet this morning. The tech left. And then I saw Mecole Hardman signed a deal like 20 minutes ago. So I just threw everything together real quick and we're live. But Jordan Schultz was on it first. The Chiefs are re-signing wide receiver Mecole Hardman per source. Kansas City's Super Bowl hero returns. It's just a 1-year deal from what I understand. That's what would make sense. I don't know that right here. Tom Pelissero, wide receiver Mecole Hardman is re-signing with the Chiefs on a 1-year deal per source. And I just kind of wanted to chat through that and process through what that could mean for the wide receiver room. You know, when you have Rashee Rice potentially getting suspended for roughly half the season, you need to raise the floor of the room and the overall competition, especially considering the guys at the bottom. They're just unproven as of yet. And that's no disrespect to people that are fighting to earn a spot like Nico Remigio, maybe Justin Ross, still unproven at the NFL level in the sense of like Justin Ross, he didn't really do anything at all last year. Now he was suspended halfway through the season, but even before that, barely got any targets, barely saw the field. Sky Moore entering year 3, he hasn't really done much either. Then you've got Kadarius Toney, who, when healthy, when on the field, is an absolute unit. Like, he's awesome, but he's basically never on the field. And I don't have Sky, and I don't have Toney at this point in time is 100% safe of making the 53-man roster. They probably will. I think Sky is probably more safe than Toney, just because Sky still has another year left on his rookie deal after this year. So he's got 2 years left, technically. He's entering year 3. Then Toney, he's on his last year, $2.5 million cap hit this year, $2.5 million dead cap. You can move on if he's not panning out. So I do think Kadarius Toney might have to actually fight to earn this roster spot. Meanwhile, you have Mecole Hardman, who is proven at the NFL level. You can say what you want about Mecole Hardman. I know he has a lot of hate. I understand he's frustrating at times with the deep ball, with finishing his routes. He fumbled twice, I think, was it the divisional game? It was one of the playoff games. He fumbled. It was against the Bills. Yeah, the divisional game. He fumbled twice on jet sweeps. Once caused a touchback. He fumbled trying to reach across the goal line. So I get it. Mecole Hardman has his frustrations. But if you look at Mecole Hardman's career stats, again, you're talking about a guy who is just on the bottom of the wide receiver depth chart, right? Not the first option, not the second option, probably not the third, maybe the fourth option. And this guy, in his career, has produced almost 700 yards at his peak season. So he's got, first 3 years, 500 yards, 550 yards, almost 700 yards. Then the last couple of years was less. He dealt with injuries. In 2022, 2023, he sat on the Jets bench for like ever, right? But Mecole Hardman is a guy that's going to come in. He's going to raise the floor of the wide receiver room. You can hate that move, but it makes complete sense. I just talked about it in yesterday's video. I asked you guys a question. Do you feel good with the wide receiver room and how they currently are? Or do you think they should add a veteran, maybe like Mecole Hardman or Hunter Renfrow? So Mecole Hardman, a couple positives about him. He's fast. You can scheme him up. He can return punts. He can return kicks. I saw Jordan Schultz just say maybe he could be a potential guy in the running to be used on kickoffs. You can have 2 returners. I don't know why I'm holding up 4 fingers. You can hold up 2 returners, or you can line up 2 returners back there. So maybe one of them is Louis Rees-Zammit. Maybe one of them's Mecole Hardman. we don't know. I don't even know if LRZ is going to make the roster. I'm just saying there's a lot of possibilities and potentials there with Mecole Hardman. He knows the system in and out. I understand he has his limitations. He has his frustrations, but you're getting the guy on a 1-year deal, probably vet min, okay? It's going to be, it just makes complete sense. And then here's another thing to think about with Mecole Hardman. He runs a 4.3340. This is another fast guy that defenses are going to have to worry about. You can't just line up and be like, oh, we'll just let Mecole Hardman go past us. It's fine. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. So now you have Xavier Worthy, 4.2140. You have Hollywood Brown, 4.2740. You have Rice. He runs like a 4.4, but he might be suspended for a while. You have Mecole Hardman, 4.33. You then also, you have Isaiah Pacheco. He runs a 4.340. And he slimmed down, and I do have a feeling the Chiefs are going to use him more in the passing game, screen game, quick passes. This is a dynamic, fast, speedy offense once again. Say what you want about Mecole, but he's back on a 1-year deal. I am curious. I do want to check Twitter real quick and see if there's been any contract details. I don't think so. And yeah, Charles Goldman kind of echoes exactly what I'm saying here. He said, look what he said here. Putting Hollywood Brown, Xavier Worthy, and Mecole Hardman on the field all at once is a whole lot of speed for a defense to deal with. It's fact. You're going to get a guy who knows the system, who can return punts, who can return kicks, who, even if he's not getting a ton of snaps, can step up once injuries happen. It's not a matter of if injuries happen in the NFL. It's a matter of when. Mecole Hardman is a guy that can come in and step up. He could probably play all 3 wide receiver positions if he had to. I'm not saying he's ideal at that, but you can kind of use him anywhere, and he's fast. Smaller bodied guy, I get it, just like Hollywood Brown, just like Worthy, but he's a guy that's shown he can contribute. He's going to be super cheap. I don't have any details yet on his contract and the pricing. I do want to answer a couple questions from you guys and just look at chat and get a vibe on what you guys think about this signing before I jump off here. This is just a quick hitter update. I would imagine this signing is a vet minimum deal. I'm checking an NFL.com article to see if they released any financial details. There's no financial details, but it is 1 year. Let's get a couple of your guys' thoughts. John Ross runs a 4.22. John Ross is on the Eagles. Speed kills, baby. Yep, Kathy, exactly. The 4-2 live crew. What's up, Chad? Yep. Mahomie will sling it left and right. Let's go. Hardman makes sense, says Keith. He did great last year coming in midseason, and the winning catch in the Super Bowl, the Legion of Zoom, is back. Catch me if you can. Nancy said, hey, Cole, love that shirt. Oh, thank you. Yeah, the choir huddle. Nod to Lenny. Hardman needs to take Sky Moore under his wing and maybe bring Hunter into. I don't know. I think the wide receiver room's probably done with the signing of Mecole Hardman. You still have like Nico Remigio fighting to make this roster. You have Justin Ross, who could potentially be making this roster. If the Chiefs roll with 6 wide receivers, but Rice starts out on the he starts out suspended. I was going to say on the commissioner's exempt list because he might not be playing until stuff gets figured out. But let's say Rice is out of the picture because he's suspended. Mecole Hardman's probably making the roster. The question is now, with Rice out, you would then have Worthy, Hollywood Brown, Justin Watson. Like those 3 are for sure making it, right? Then you probably have, you've got Sky, Tony, Mecole. Those could be the 6, maybe, even though Tony's not 100% safe. You have then Nico Remigio and Justin Ross fighting to make this roster. Once Rashee returns, then it's like, well, I don't really know who's safe there at the end unless they roll with 7 wide receivers again. But yeah, this just helps raise the floor of the room. It's not like the new wide receiver 1 or anything like that because they've already got that. You already have Travis Kelce from a production standpoint. You're going to have Hollywood. You're going to have Worthy. Rice once he returns. That playbook is hard to learn. True. And Mecole has been in that playbook for years now. 5 years or 4.5 years, whatever it is. All we need is McKinnon. Hey, McKinnon could come back. Austin said, I'm glad we signed one of the original Legion of Zoom guys for this Legion of Zoom 2.0. We need a good veteran wide receiver to help teach these younger guys. Exactly. What number do you think he wears? I don't know. He wore 12 last year. I bet 12's taken. I feel like 12's taken. Is that Jared Wiley? I don't remember his number. I have no idea what number he wears this year. I'll tell you that. Can you say breakout season for Mecole? I don't know. But I think the signing makes sense. I've been talking about that for a while. I've had several videos on this channel saying, hey, the Chiefs should consider bringing in a veteran wide receiver to raise the floor. Mecole Hardman made sense. He was one of the potential possibilities. Now, weeks ago, there were some other guys that I was intrigued in, but they're all gone. They're all gone. Mecole number 3? Maybe. Not many teams can field 3 different speed guys. Exactly, Tilly Train. Mecole Hardman, Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown. You've got those 3 speed guys. Isaiah Pacheco runs a 4.340, 4.37, I think is what it is. But Pacheco is also a guy that can catch passes out of the backfield. So you've got all this speed to worry about. And then you have Travis Kelce in the middle of the field. Good freaking luck. Just saying. Anyway, that's it. That's the news. Mecole Hardman is back on a 1-year deal. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Later today, Andy Reid and select Chiefs players will be speaking to the media, so I will definitely be making a video tonight. Appreciate y'all, and until next time, let's go. Let's freaking go. Oh, before I get out of here, Cobra, thanks for the 19 months Redbeard tier. Mecole is cool. I would really like to see McKinnon come back again. We'll see if McKinnon is the next veteran they bring back. All right, till next time.
How about those Chiefs?